Buenas and half a day, manay nahuds and many luhu si Pete Santos. Today is October 18, 2025. And there's been a lot of activity and news coverage of things going on with the Chamoru Land Trust. I'm not going to go into what exactly the events and activities are, but I wanted to talk generally speaking about the Chamoru Land Trust. First of all, it's not a land trust. That is in name only. It's what's called a legal fiction, because something that's in trust can only be controlled by its trustees, which is the Chamoru Land Trust Commission. If anyone else, such as the legislature and the governor, can dip their hands into it, then it's not a trust. It's, I guess, a GovGuam land bank. That's what it is. It's a GovGuam land bank being called Chamoru Land Trust. But that's the problem, is that anyone can use it as their political treasure box to use it for, and don't get me wrong, some of the purposes that the senators and the governor want to use it for are worthwhile. But at the end of the day, it is not in the control of the trustees, which is the Chamoru Land Trust Commissioners. And that's problematic. If it's to be a real Chamoru Land Trust, then everyone else must have hands off. And it's only the Land Trust Commissioners, the trustees of the Chamoru Land Trust, that will have full and total control of the land trust. And they should be independent. They should not be fired because whoever it is, the powers that be, doesn't like the way they manage the land trust. But also, the land trust shouldn't be comprised of all GovGuam land. There needs to be a bifurcation or a division between properties that are useful or potential for residential, agricultural, and even commercial use versus government use. They need to divide the so-called land trusts, or more accurately, the land bank, the GovGuam land bank, and give Chamoru Land Trust their own corpus, it's called, their own inventory of land that they fully control, that nobody else can influence or touch. And in that way, it will be truly a Chamoru Land Trust. And the reason why there needs to be commercial use or leases in the Chamoru Land Trust is because the land trust is supposed to be self-sustaining. It's supposed to generate its own revenue. We shouldn't use general fund money for the land trust mission and things that needs to get done, like surveys and infrastructure. That should be self-sustaining. And that's why the Chamoru Land Trust should be allowed to enter into leases, commercial leases, with companies and corporations and organizations. So that's how we need to fix the whole problem, is we need to divide the inventory, give the Chamoru Land Trust what is suitable for agricultural, residential, and commercial, and then take the other properties that's suitable for government use and give that to the legislature and let them have that as a land bank. But it's a legal fiction to say that the Chamoru Land Trust is a land trust. It's a GovGuam land bank, because to be a true trust, it has to be in the complete control of an independent board of trustees or commissioners. They shouldn't be influenced. They shouldn't be fired just because at will. They should only be dismissed for cause, right? And that, in that way, we'll really truly have a Chamoru Land Trust. And in that way, the Chamoru Land Trust can actually move forward with its mission and its goals. So That's my thoughts. Have a great day.